tossed around a lot of ideas for what my end of the year video would be. I knew it would not be like the ones I had done before, or rank every game that I had streamed over the year. I focused on negative aspects of games that I didn't vibe with me. It was so much work, and it didn't feature games like I wanted to. I threw that idea aside and went back to my childhood roots. My next idea was to feature 10 games that I would give ribbons to, like I received in my 4-H days. Games would be ranked, but be named as best of a certain category. I grew up in the rural Midwest, so when you know that's where I'm from, you would assume I would be involved with 4-H. And you'd be right. I liked what I was moving toward, but I wasn't sold on it. So after hearing from one of my viewers, I am going to repeat what I did for my mid-year best games video, where I list out the games in alphabetical order. When you don't have rankings, you focus on the positives of why they stood above others instead of elaborating on why games are higher or lower than others. And as opposed to doing one 30-minute video where I give one sentence reviews of a bunch of games, I'm doing multiple videos. One of those is the 10 best games released in 2024, one that lists honorable mentions released in 2024. Side note, it was such a good year for gaming that I had to shout out 20 of my favorites. One video that is the 10 best games I played in 2024, and the last video will be my best budget buys released in 2024. A little more info about the videos. For all four, I will give a concise review of what elevated the game. I'll keep it to a paragraph, highlighting the things that stood out for me most. I am not counting early access games. While they may be good games, they are not complete. The developers have a lot of time to add many things to them. If a game was in early access, but it got its 1.0 release in 2024, it counts for a consideration. A few times I had streamed before it got a full release, so it has been nice to see where they are from where they were. There will be no crossovers among the lists. While a budget game may have made my top 20 of the year, it's getting its own spotlight in the budget video. But it will have a little medal to show it would have been a part of the best games consideration or an honorable mention. So that means that games that may not have made the cut may slip into the list. For the best games I played in 2024, that is for the first time. If it was the best games I played, period, it would have a bunch of games you would expect from me. My most played game this year is Melee, since I've started playing more Donkey Kong. And Melee is my favorite game of all time, making it a shoe-in contender if it counted. So the first time ever played during the year is the rule. For the best budget buys, I have them put into 3 categories: under $5, under $10, and free. Gamers will have different ideas of what is a good deal when buying a new game. So why not have games that are cheap, some that are really cheap, and more where the only price is your time? It makes me happy that you could get good games while saving money instead of putting $60 on a disappointment. I plan to release the best games I played first. That way I don't miss any late year releases and can count all the games I stream in December. So be expecting all of those videos early in 2025, and make sure you subscribe so you see when they all drop.